This is Twit.
So this is a really interesting story on quartz. If you're not familiar with it, QZ.com, it's a newer publication online, and they're really great. This is a story about how crude oil contributes more to Kuwait's GDP, almost 50%, than small businesses. However, Instagram is an unlikely place for some small independent retailers to open up web stores. So enterprising Kuwaitis basically have a web store on Instagram that kind of works the same way a B2C business would work on another network, where you upload a photo of something, you let people know how much it is, and there's a little bit of a, okay, if you're interested in it, then you know how to contact that person. Specifically, at least in this article, it's sheep. Well, if you're a farmer in a country and sheep are helpful to you and you're looking for maybe the best price, this might be the way to do it. Now, I would never, Amber, think of Instagram as the place to put up something that I had for sale. You can see in the sheep pictures too, it's like there'll be pictures of sheep, and then they're obviously using some sort of a photo editing tool to add, a telephone number and the Instagram account in order to get back to that person. And it's sort of hard to say, well, what happens when you really do want to contact them if for some reason you don't want to use the telephone, because it's not as if there's some sort of direct messaging service on Instagram where you can contact that person. It would kind of be public. But in general, I guess it probably speaks to the popularity of Instagram that this just happens to be the network that gets the most eyeballs for people like this.
Yeah, I think it's just so interesting to see how other countries are using tools like Instagram. And I think you're exactly right. I would never think of Instagram as being really an e-commerce site, but essentially that's what it has turned into in this part of the world. And, you can see from some of the images that are listed in this article that people go as far as kind of having brand messaging saying that they just want people to know they're honest sellers and you can depend on them and all of these other details. So fun to watch this happening. I'd be curious if there are any hard stats to see how many people were using Instagram, but it does seem like it's generated enough attention to get this news story written. I want to tell them about something like Shopify or something, a better tool for buying, but I guess if this one's working.
Well, especially if everybody's running Instagram on, Android phones and it's interesting. I mean, it's using a tool in a way that I never would have thought it should be used as. Sheep_sell, that was the particular account that we were looking at some pictures from. That seller has 2,460 followers. So that's a pretty healthy number for an Instagram account. Apparently, interest in sheep is very strong. Ahead of a particular holiday in Kuwait, prices for a single sheep was about the equivalent of $525 US, 150 Kuwaiti dinar, due to some higher feed costs. So this all, it's sort of a fascinating look at supply and demand and what people are interested in parts of the world and how they get the word out. So sheep sell. If you're interested, you too could follow that account, maybe if nothing more than to see some really good looking sheep on a regular basis.